Welcome in. If you clicked on this video is meant for you. What is he thinking about you? So I want to hop right in with our Angel and Ancestor deck to go ahead and pull a card. Now this is just some divine guidance for you, but while we are doing this, I want you to get this person's vision in your mind so we can crack into this person's energy a little bit. So let's see what we have for you. We have She-Wolf. This is the energy to channel right now. She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. I love this card. Yes, please. Okay. So I'm flipping into our black deck. I want to get a little bit of masculine energy in here. And this deck seems to have some really good masculine energy, straight line energy. Get right to the heart of it, what you need to know. Let's go ahead and get those need to know answers about what he is thinking about you. So we're looking into this person that you've just cracked open in your mind. You're opening up their energy. We're seeing what is there. And I am starting with 4 cards. And we have the King of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords reversed. We have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. 2 5s reversed back to back. And we have the 5 of Wands upright. I love this deck. This masculine deck is so, woof, like just really hands it to you. Okay, here we go. So first of all, he feels like you make him a better version of himself. He wants to be in this seat of power, this King of Pentacles energy where he feels protective over you. He feels like he wants to provide for you. He feels like he wants to show up for you. He wants to help you grow. He wants you to be the best version of yourself. He wants to be the one who makes you the best version of yourself. He wants to compete for you. He wants to, we get into that competitive energy. He wants to compete for you. And I'm feeling that here too, that there is something a little competitive, like he wants to compete with, even yourself. When you make yourself happy, you light yourself up. He even wants to compete with that energy. He wants to be the one who makes you happy. He wants to be the one who lights you up. He wants to make you feel more secure than anybody else. He wants to be grounded and rooted for you. Ooh, now we have the 5 of Swords reversed. So I do think that he's trying, and now he is someone who's in his masculine energy. And I do think that he's trying not to hurt you, and he's trying to, I think he might have a problem hurting people in the past of just saying things carelessly, coming at things too strong. This really potent masculine energy can sometimes come off too brusque. Oh, well, there's a problem, well, I'll just figure out a solution and we'll fix it, instead of just listening. Or really coming in with some of that unempathetic, not as emotional energy, and sort of really coming into that masculine energy. And he's really trying hard to stay away from, sharp words and sharp thoughts and things that would hurt you. And so it's very conscious in his mind. Now, this also, we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. There are 3 5s back to back, my goodness. So there is also this feeling that he wants to make you feel like you'll never be desperate with him. You'll never be without, you'll never be lacking, you'll never be cold and alone. You'll never be in a space where you feel like you can't have something that you want. And this could be that he grew up in a family that, like maybe his mom felt insecure with money because of the way that their household was run. There might be some deeper reason for this, that he feels the need to really make you feel safe and secure financially and provided for and taken care of in the physical world. But there's a part of him that's very cognizant of that, very aware of that, and very in line with that energy. Now, our third 5, we have the 5 of Wands. And like I said, this is a competitive energy, and I feel that competition. I felt it right away when we pulled over King of Pentacles, that he does want to compete for you. He wants to compete even with your own feelings about yourself, that he wants to even show up more for you than you're showing up for yourself. He wants to compete in a way that nobody has before, to do the things for you that you can do for yourself, sure, but maybe he could do it better. Maybe he could bring more in. So far, this is not bad energy at all. Well, so my She-Wolf, boy, you have some glorious energy too, don't you? So let's see what else we have here. What he thinks about you. What is he feeling and thinking about you? What is he feeling and thinking about you? What is coming up for him around you? So I'm pulling 4 more cards and we're going to move out of this amazing, yummy masculine energy of our black deck. So I have the Ace of Wands, potent masculine energy, my goodness. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Wands, tons of Pentacles. And then we have the Chariot. Again, I'm really only seeing good things here. So I do really feel this person's masculine energy. It does feel that feels very strong. Which I imagine is probably very attractive to you. You are probably in this wild female energy of feminine energy, of she-wolf energy. So with their Ace of Wands, he wants to bring in new things to light you up. So he also feels like you are bringing in new things that light him up, and he wants to do the same for you. There is a part of him that is, I mean, really, he truly is so competitive. This competition energy is sort of expanding out to everything, that he wants to be the one who has the idea that makes you feel so inspired. He wants to, insert a thought about what you're saying that makes you like, oh, change your mind. There is this feeling of wanting to bring in the new things that are going to light you up, set you on a new path, push you in a new direction, just really fire you up and fire up your life. He wants to be indispensable. And he really feels that also because you make him feel that you are constantly bringing in the new. You are fresh, you are new, you bring this fire with you, you bring this heat in with you, this passion and this purpose, and that makes him feel so inspired, and he feels lit up, and he feels ready to move. And he's feeling that influx of energy from you, and so he also wants to cultivate it for you as well. With the 7 of Pentacles, I am feeling this a little bit as some, so yes, the seeds are planted, the harvest is happening, the things are sort of like, good things are growing between the two of you. There are good things here. It does feel like there's like a little piece of impatience in him as well, that there is a part of him that is like end goal oriented. So it is sort of like, okay, thinking further afield, maybe not always being so super present in the here and now, and not enjoying the process as much as he could, because there's that little bit of impatience of like, let's get to the thing, let's grow the stuff, let's get the growth happening. And also I feel that for his, in his financial life, that there is a part of him that just, is very worldly good oriented. He is, financial things are important to him, worldly goods are important to him, and he happens to be very good at it also, but there's also that part of him that exists there, but that's playing out with you too, and your connected dynamic. Now, the 4 of Wands is telling me that, and I would be so curious to know if he's actually verbally putting any of this out there, or if he's really withholding because this masculine energy feels also a bit strategic. Okay, end goal, like, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to lay all this on you and have you run away from it or be too much, or, play my cards in the wrong way. I want to be strategic to make sure that this actually plays out the way that it should play out, that I want it to play out, the way that I see it playing out. With the 4 of Wands, this is a very staple card. This does have wedding vibes. This has long-term happiness, celebration. There he sees with you the potential for a real power coupledom, I see that with the Chariot too, that he sees this energy to really drive things forward, which we get into with the Chariot, but also to really be in a successful space. And with all this masculine energy that's coming in, I feel that very much is like success is here. This person makes me feel more successful. This person sees me in a way that makes me feel more successful. I am inspired to be better and do better and reach a higher level of success because of this person. And having this person in my life will also be a token of success in my book, that this is the landing you would be this incredibly large success goal. And I can see that he has these feelings that you could really land together. You could make it together. You could be a solid pairing. And that he really feels so driven right now, that there is this I mean, we can feel it, right? I can feel it that he has this fired up, moving forward energy with you that is really lit up and moving fast and action oriented and just trucking along. That there is something really underneath of him pushing him forward. And that probably shows up in different aspects of his life as well. That the feelings he gets from you is pushing his career forward, pushing his ambitions forward, pushing because of that person that he wants to be for you. He is really showing up in his life with a whole new verve, with a whole new, a whole new layer of inspiration and action and forward momentum. Oh my. Okay, before we take a deeper look into him, and I want to take a look into you, I would like to, I'm going to grab my Sassy Pink deck and see what our Sassy Pink deck and your She-Wolf energy has to say about this person. I want to see what you have to say about this person energetically, and about your heart space generally. And I do kind of want to stay in that romantic territory, but if there is anything else that's popping up outside of that, I invite our pink deck to share that with us as well. And let's see what our, I already feel that sassy energy off of her. She does have a wonderful, okay, so we're starting like we did with our other deck with 4 cards. Interesting, we have the 4 of Cups, we have the Justice card, we have the Judgment card, and we also have the Ace of Wands. Second time pulling the Ace of Wands came up in his energy, coming up in your energy now. I love pulling duplicate cards. Okay, so here we go. What I am seeing for you in your energy right now, this is interesting because I don't necessarily feel lean in energy with this person yet. That hasn't popped up in your cards yet. What I am seeing is that you are kind of imagining all of this playing out in your head. So it is probably better that he is tempering his, like, like if he is being strategic and not laying it all on you, that probably feels like it's warranted a little bit. That you have this ferocious energy, you are in your power, you are in a space that is wild and free and wonderful, and that that is something to be handled with care, and that it's that might not be the like, oh, I want it, I got it. So I am seeing that you are kind of playing all this out in your mind, that you're looking at this and what your heart wants and your heart desires, your feelings and emotions, but you're really taking a sort of broader perspective of imagining how things could play out. The way that you could, what would 10 years from now look like with this person? What would it look like in a good way? What would it look like in a bad way? This also could come into play with really sort of thinking about things from the past, that you might still be ruminating on old things that gave you heart space, and imagining and remembering and even changing those things to fit a new story. But I do see that there's a part of you that is sort of reviewing in your imagination things, and that's getting into your feelings and heart space. And the interesting thing is that in his masculine energy, we didn't, I would like to look at his heart space more, because we're seeing a lot of that masculine energy. I'm not seeing those feelings and emotions. We got no cups. We didn't really get anything in that heart space energy. And there's probably a part of you that's like, well, what is my heart going to feel about this? Like, this person's great on paper. This person has like a great attractiveness and attractive qualities. But what does the heart feeling end up feeling like when we're looking down the road here? What are the feelings and emotions of that? Now, the Justice card pops up here, and my immediate thought about this is that this person's energy sometimes possibly rubs you wrong. So it is possible that this, 5 of Swords reversed, trying not to hurt you, trying not to say the wrong thing, trying not to just slice the sword right into you, that's probably warranted, because they probably do kind of do that without maybe even realizing that they do that. And some of that probably stems from this like abundance of masculine energy, that they're not fully in touch with their emotional EQ, that they're not as in touch with their emotions and feelings. So it's harder for them to calibrate things sometimes and know what would actually hurt you. And now with the Justice card, I am feeling that it is possible this person is doing some things that have hurt you, and has done some things that hurt you and that do rub you the wrong way. And that you kind of in some ways feel like sometimes this person, although I'm very attracted to them and feel like we could go, like, there's they're sometimes my arch enemy. That like sometimes you're putting on songs that make you like have to feel fired up, that you can like hold your own ground and you can keep your own space, and that you're not going to be completely dominated or controlled by this other person or their words, and their words aren't going to play you, and that they're not right all the time. And those kinds of things are probably coming up here, and there's probably a part of you that's like, okay, like that's not fair, and this isn't fair, and that's that's kind of like in a space that's that almost feels a little combative, like that almost feels a little bit, but it feels that kind of like, okay, but you've done me wrong a little bit in certain ways, and I can't completely forget that, and can't let go of that. Now with the Judgment card is telling me that you do have a big decision to make with this person. This person is moving at a fast pace. They are in Chariot energy. They have end goal things in mind. And it's possible that if you don't really decide here, which it feels like you are sort of getting into a space where you're ready to possibly make some decisions about this person, that that you could lose out, that they could decide it's, like, okay, well, we're going to blow it up, like if it's not happening, it's not happening. Or, that there might just be this kind of like push for you making a decision that just really does sort of have to happen. So I do feel like on the other side of that decision that's coming up for you, there will be a great relief to that. Just having made a decision to be either all in or that, no, this isn't for me, just sort of getting to that point. I don't think you have all the answers for that yet. And I mean, just by virtue of watching this, I don't think you have all those answers yet, but I do think you feel that same thing that he feels, that you are inspiring him, you can see it, and that is a little addictive to you. You are actively bringing in new opportunities for him to grow and light him up and be better, and it is like incredible the power that you have here with this person. But also he does make you feel lit up and more inspired to be better in your life, to be more purposeful, to be more passionate, to push yourself harder, to reach a new level, and you are actually becoming a better version of yourself because of this person and the new opportunities that they're bringing in for you, which is also addictive. Like that is also wonderful. You're becoming a better version of you, which is so wonderful and powerful and potent. And is one of the reasons that you're probably really sticking into something that sometimes feels like, wait, did you just put a sword in me? Like, did you just slice me with your words? That kind of thing. Okay, so I am pulling 4 more cards for you in your heart space, either with this person, but we can open this up to your heart space generally, and also just open this up to anything you need to know in your life. We'll get into more of that too, though. So I do feel this person's energy is very potent. So, interestingly, the 10 of Wands, we have the Hierophant, we have the World reversed, and we have the Empress. Okay, I'm going to read these, and I am dying to pull some cards about feelings and emotions, about what this could be in the feeling space, the heart space, because that's not really coming, that's not really coming up. But what I see is that you do have this powerful energy around this person, and because of that, you are able to accomplish things that you wouldn't be able to accomplish on your own, and you can see things through in a way that, just by the way that they view you, that they see how capable you are, how powerful you are, and there are things that they actually, just find so attractive about that it pushes you harder to be a better version of you, to complete things that maybe you wouldn't have the motivation to complete, to be a version of yourself that you wouldn't always have the motivation to be. The Hierophant is coming in. And, the Hierophant can hit a lot of different things. It can hit social norms. It can hit religion. It can hit, education and seeking and higher learning. It can hit a lot of different things. But I am really seeing this as like you're getting into a little bit of a headspace about this person, that there's a part of you that might be like getting, and even your emotions are kind of getting into a headspace, that there might be a part of you that's getting a little, and esoteric's not the word, but, is getting a little not even out of body experience, but just you're moving away in a way that you're kind of like, okay, in a textbook scenario, if this person and me, this other person got together, what would that happen? And what would, but there's a part of you that's almost being a little formulaic about things, or trying to really put education and figure things out, just sort of like finding the right statistics to like support the way you want to move, or finding the right advice and advice right here, to support where you want to move and how you're going to move with this person to see if it could be successful or not. Now, with the world reversed, I do feel that there's a transition. So this is a card of transition. This is the ending of something, the beginning of something new. It is joyful. It is dancing. She is, sometimes called our dancer. She's just joyfully dancing through the world. This feels like there's a transition that's on hold for you, that there is a new space in your life that you are on the precipice of stepping into. And that does feel love related, that there is a whole new chapter of your life that is ready to open up for you. But that transition to this new chapter, it is on hold for you right now. You aren't open to it with open arms at the moment. You still have to figure some things out, study some things, get it, you still have to, there's some things you still have to figure out in order to open that new chapter. And I do think you feel like there's potential that it could be this person, and that's why you're investigating. But I'm not feeling like a heck yes, like woo, let's go, like both feet in, let's jump. There are some red flags, some things that make you sort of hold back a little bit. But one other thing that I think makes this person very attractive to you as well, they are so in their masculine energy, and they're holding this. I mean, first card we pulled for them is the King of Pentacles. I love our King of Pentacles. I mean, I can see the attractive qualities of all this masculine energy. I can also see that an absence of emotion and feeling is going to be problematic. You are going to need that. That is something you are going to need. We will pull cards for you for that. But you also being with this intensely masculine energy puts you in an intensely feminine energy. And the fact that we pulled She-Wolf as our very first card tells me that you might be in a more masculine feminine space in general, that there is a part of you that is fierce and ferocious and capable and wonderful, and I love all of those qualities. I think they're fantastic and extremely attractive, and but occasionally with a different type of energy you can end up sort of outpacing some different partners because they don't have that kind of masculine energy. They don't have, they're not as fierce and ferocious as you are. They don't have that same inner workings and that same inner wildness. And this person holds such a strong masculine seed that you get to really dip into your feminine energy. You get to be in a different space altogether where you are really flowing through that, letting yourself open up, being more receptive to what they want to give you, and they want to give you a lot. Being in a space where you let yourself feel like, oh, I'm the little me and you're the big, protector. Like this feeling of like, ooh, this balance feels good. This feels good. There's problems, there's some things too here that are not quite there, but that feels good. That's a good energetic alignment and puts you in a space where you can really relax into a whole new energy for yourself. So now we really do need to ask about the heart space of this. Heart space for this can be. So I'm going to our white deck for clarity. I'm looking for clarity and answers, and I am really looking to channel, first of all, I just want to open the lid on this altogether. The potential for your heart space with this person, the potential of the heart space between you for this person. That really hasn't been popping up first. So that's all I really want to ask first of all, and I'm pulling 4 cards for that. And then we'll channel something a little different in just a sec. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands, we have the World upright, and we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So I am asking about the potential of the heart space of this connection. If you guys, move forward with this, what does that heart space look like? And the answers that I'm getting so far, yeah, here are some interesting things. So first of all, the Knight of Pentacles shows up. Obviously, the Knight of Pentacles is not our King of Pentacles, but the Knight of Pentacles does come in a softer way, which tells me that he is not always going to be like, there is a softer side to him, a softer entrance that is more delicate, that isn't as ferocious as he is right now. We have a helicopter going overhead. There is a part of him that will show up in a softer way as you enter into this relationship. And it is a way of showing you that you have value. It is a way of showing that he sees your value, he appreciates your value, wants to give you value in return. There's also consistency to this person, that they are really good at showing up and being consistent, that they are very reliable, and that in some ways, even though so much of this is on the surface, there are layers of him that are understated that you haven't gotten to see yet. Now, next we have the Page of Wands, which tells me that there also are messages that are coming in, and that this person may not be communicating them yet, or maybe they are communicating them. Maybe they are communicating their heart space in a way that you don't really understand, that there might be a language differential, that his love language is more in a fiery space. It is a little more action-based. It is a little more fired up. It is a little bit more about finding inspiration in each other, and that touches into his heart space in a different way. Now we have the World upright, because we have the World reversed in your energy, that this transition, the ending of something, the beginning of something else that's a little stuck, that's not happening, you're not ready to turn that page yet. And the World upright tells me that there is real potential here for you to open a whole new chapter with this person, that there is a heart space here for you to open a whole new chapter with this person, that there is potential here for that. So if you chose this to move into this could be a joyful moving in, that it might be different than what you've experienced before, and it might not feel like the same language of what you've understood before, but it can be a very joyful ride that you dance right through and can be a whole new chapter for you. Now, the Three of Pentacles reversed is really interesting to pop up here. I am asking about what the potential of your heart space is, and we get the Three of Pentacles reversed, and you know, this is our King of Pentacles. So I am seeing here that there is. So our Three of Pentacles is a card of planning. It is an architectural card, and it is a card of like sort of tapping on resources. Really, this feels kind of like a small thing to me, but there are no small cards popping up. The cards are showing us what is important. I'm pretty sure the helicopter is just circling overhead. I hope you can't hear it. So this is not insignificant, but I feel like it's saying, you know, he is not having to reach out to other people to ask about you. He is not having to second guess himself or seek out sacred advice about you, because he knows how he feels about you. He knows what he wants to build with you. There aren't a whole lot of questions that he needs to do a whole lot of extra work to figure those things out, because he already knows. And that, in a way, is a heart space and a heart language. Just the feeling of knowing, and like, I already know that I want this person in my life. I already know what I want to build with them. I want to leave that question open, but I do want to change it and just sort of channel in some sacred advice here. So I want to open this up to the universe. I want to open this up to source. And I just want to ask, you know, the heart potential, the love connection, the love potential, if you were to move forward with this, and see what source the universe has to say about this. And anything else that you want to ask, and open that up to your angels, your guides. Okay, so I'm pulling 4 cards here, and okay, first of all, helicopter going overhead again. Second of all, we have the King of Pentacles again. Oh man, Okay, we get it. We have the seven of pentacles again. Yep. We have the two of pentacles reversed. I cannot with this reading. And we have the page of swords. I have pulled one cups card so far. One. And that was in your energy of your imagining your feelings and emotions, both from the past and what they're going to feel like in the future, good and bad. This is very interesting. So here is what I would say. And I want you to dig into your deep intuition, and I want you to truly land in your deep intuition, because it is so, you are so, I mean, your Empress self has deep intuition. Your feminine self has deep intuition. You have things to pull out here. There are wonderful aspects to this person and wonderful aspects to this as a connection and potential relationship. The getting very emotional within it might not be one of them, based on the energy we are reading here today. But you feel that for yourself, because those emotions can play out in different ways. They don't have to be the same way. It can be a different language than what you've read before, just a different way of communicating what is important to you, or valuable to me, you're sacred to me, showing up with that Knight of Pentacles energy, and my consistency in showing up for you, my reliability, my desire to take care of you, my desire to protect you, to light you on fire, to make you better, to compete for you, and to make you a better version of yourself to yourself. All of that is a love language of its own. That is a conveyance of feeling and emotion, but it is not in a way that perhaps you are imagining or trying to imagine if that can exist. The King of Pentacles bounding in here from Source, a repeat card of our very first pull. This says to me, we are telling you that with this person, the most important part here is that you understand that what you are reading off of him is what you are getting. That if you are taking this on, you are taking this on as what you see, what is said to you, that is kind of what is promised right now. There is not a promise of being a totally different king in the future. That, you know, this isn't coming up as the King of Cups. This isn't coming up as a different energy altogether. It's saying this is, you know, what you see is what you get in a lot of ways, which is a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. But if you're expecting to find a whole nother person underneath of there, once you like open a few more doors and have a few more experiences together, things will change, and the experiences and the depth of what you're in will change. But this person is really pretty consistent. This person is pretty much who they are, and they are showing up for you in a way that is pretty much who they are. And that's a wonderful human being and a wonderful person. But if you're looking for something totally different, then you need to look for something totally different, because it might not be in this person. Now, again, I'm going to say might not be, because I want you to trust your intuition and your energy and your instincts. But in the energy at this moment, the cards as we're reading them, feels like this, we're really getting a good view of who this person is. So, and you can really trust what is actually being said to you, what is actually being shown to you, what is actually, you know, what is there. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles again. So this is that card that, like, that the harvest is happening. And while this person's energy is like, oh, this harvest is happening, but I still feel like a little bit impatient. Like I kind of, they have that, you know, end goal energy. There might be a part of you that is also like, I'm getting a little impatient because I'm not getting what I need. And I keep trying to say what I need and tell what I need or what I want and desire. It might not even be what you need, but what I want and desire. And I keep it's not growing fast enough. It's not moving fast enough. They're not figuring it out fast enough. And I feel like that answer is like, well, that's because that person is a different kind of farmer. That person is harvesting a different kind of fruit than what you were expecting, than what you've had before, that you sort of have been thinking about. Now the Two of Pentacles reverse popping up here, pretty interesting. So we're really asking source in the universe about the heart space potential here for the two of you, and it does feel like there might be things that that go unmet between the two of you, that there might be an imbalance between the two of you of what you desire your future relationship to look like, what you desire the heart space of your relationship to look like. You might like really keep in the future, keep pushing him to be a different kind of communicator than his. I need you to say this, and I need you to tell me how much you love me in this way, and I need you to, but you have to say with a certain tone of voice and look in my eyes in a certain way. And it's not by giving me presents, and it's not by paying for everything. Like, that's nice, but that's not my way of hearing. You know, there could be an imbalance that is a bit of a struggle between the two of you with your love languages, with the way that you express value and the way that you express what it is that you desire and want, and from the other person when you're in a big relationship like that. So that could be a little tricky. And then we also have the Page of Swords. Now, I love the Page of Swords coming in here because the Page of Swords, to me, the swords are thought space, intelligence space, mind space, very masculine space. Once again, the Page of Swords coming in here to me is Source saying, hey, have you asked? Like, can you be clear in the way that you're asking of how this person feels emotions and feelings, and how they will be able to express emotions and feelings? They have a clarity and a knowing about themselves already, and they've probably, being in this kind of energy, have probably experienced other people who, who are been in the same experience where somebody needed a different type of communication, wanted to hear different words, wanted to hear it in a different way, wanted to feel it in a different way. So let yourself communicate boldly, because this person is smart. They are intelligent. They can communicate with you if they so choose. So don't be afraid to ask as well. Okay, I'm going to our old trusty deck now because I just want to get some sacred advice for you. I just want to take a look at what is going on in your energy, and this can be beyond this person. This can be anything that's going on in your life right now, just any kind of sacred advice that comes up for you. And let's see what we have. Yes. Oh, I'm feeling a whole new wave of energy. So let's see what we have. We have the Fool reversed. We have the Seven of Wands. We have Strength. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Second time pulling the Knight of Pentacles, and we know who is very much in their Pentacles space. Okay, so here's what's coming up for you. It does feel like our old trusty deck is winding back to this person as well. So this person might be very much on your mind right now of whether this is something you should continue with, if this is something you should lean into. You want to make this decision. You have the Judgment card coming up. You want to be able to have that relief of making a decision. The Fool reversed is so interesting to come up because it says that there is a part of you that's not completely open to this. That not just this, but that there's a part of you that's just not completely open in general, open to everything that life wants to bring you, to love in general, that you might not be completely open to what this person is bringing in. That there might be a part of you that is just a little bit closed off or afraid of making a big mistake, afraid that it's going to lead you down a path where where you get really hurt, maybe where you feel like you waste years, or maybe you're coming off of something from the past that really shut you down and made you afraid of the cliffs, made you afraid to go to the cliffs, because the cliffs now are dangerous, and now what can happen, that you can waste time with the wrong person, even though the universe doesn't see it that way, that you learn lessons, you've been through things, you grew as a person, but it feels like there's a lot of pressure around you, and so in a lot of ways you might just be closing down and not opening up. And I think the important thing to see here is that it's okay to open up, even if it doesn't mean opening up doesn't mean you're saying yes to everything. It doesn't mean that you're saying, I don't have boundaries or I'm going to jump off of this cliff with you. It's saying, I am open to receiving the good things that are coming in for me, whether it is this person or whether it is something else. And I will be brave with it. And I will let the sun shine on my face. And I will be open to what is coming in, and I will move with it, and I will be open to receiving it. The Seven of Wands coming in, which I find very interesting. We had the Ten of Wands in your energy. We have a lot of wands in your energy, and we have a lot of wands in this person's energy too. So there is this, and I feel that fiery ferociousness of you, that there is this, this sort of wildness within you that is fiery, that is passionate and purposeful, and it is lit up, and it is, and I see that there's a part of you that is, so we have the Ten of Wands, which is that moving forward, that the person makes you feel like you can drive things home, and that you can, but there's also a part of you that is standing still a bit, that is just kind of maintaining the ground you covered, that you're sort of like, okay, brace yourself, I'm ready to hold this ground. And I feel that too with the Justice card coming in, that feeling of like, I might have to protect myself here. Like and even in that person's energy that we're originally pulling for with the Five of Swords reverse, that they don't want to hurt you. They're trying to like convey to you that they're trying to protect you, and that they're willing to change the way that they maneuver in the world. They're trying to change the way they maneuver in the world so that they don't hurt you, and that they don't, they don't make you feel like you are left out in the cold, or that you are, that you've been left to bad circumstances. But there's a part of you that feels like you really have to fend for yourself, and you really have to protect yourself. You really have to hold your ground. You really have to be in a space where like, okay, I've come this far. Don't let it all disappear now. I don't want everything I've worked so hard for to disappear. And I do feel a little bit of this fear-based energy in your energy. So I would love for you to just take a moment and just take a breath, inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to take a moment to release any of that fear-based energy. That is not yours. You do not need that. That is not where we make decisions from. We do not live from a space of fear. We don't need that. Yeah. The Strength card comes in right after that, and the Strength card says, hey, P.S., you've got this. You can open yourself up to this. You don't have to open yourself up to this if you don't want to, but you can open yourself up to the greatest plans the universe has for you. You can open yourself up to life. You can open yourself up to experiences, to the world, in a way in which you know that you are truly capable of anything. You truly are capable of anything. You've got this. You have an inner being that is capable of running with wild animals, closing the mouth of a wild lion. It does feel like you bring an interesting thing into this. This person would be so lucky to have you. Because I also do feel like this intensity, this masculine energy that they do have. You do have a unique skill set and a unique personality and person in which you could actually balance this person's energy pretty darn well, and you could handle their energy pretty darn well. Whether you choose to do that or not, that's completely up to you, and that is something that you're going to want to dip into your intuition for and feel out. I want what's best for you. I want your person for you. I want you to feel so loved. And if this language doesn't resonate with you in a way that is like, oh, I'm never going to learn this language. I don't want to learn this language. I want you to speak my language, and that's the only way that I want to hear your feelings and emotions. Like, then this person might not be for you, and that's okay. The universe has amazing plans for you. You do have to be open to those plans, though. And we did have the Knight of Pentacles popping in. So this feels like our old trusty deck is saying, hey, so there is this other side of this person. It is not a whole different person. We're not talking about, they have a whole King of, Cups under here. But what we are saying is that there is another side of this person, as we brought up before, that 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 is different and might be worth sticking around for, because there is a softness to this person that uh, that you might be craving, or that might actually bring something out that is what you need and does speak to you more in your language, does have more of the things that feel really real for you, and also where you can put your, your justice sword down, and you can feel like, oh, I don't actually need, retribution for this. I don't actually have to defend myself against this person. I see what their true intentions are. I see what their actual heart space is. Oh my goodness. I want to stay in our old trusty deck, and I want to pull one more card for you. I have the Eight of Pentacles. I cannot even tell you. We have pulled how many cards? A million cards. And the consistency with which this energy is pulling up is unbelievable. It's really very, very telling. It is a very wonderful reading. I think my cards, and I think all the energy that is channeling through this. We have the Eight of Pentacles popping up. We're back in our pentacles. So this also tells me that part of the love language that you'll see here is an investment energy. It is, I invest in the things I believe in. I invest in what I want in my life, and I'm willing to invest in you. And I will show you how important you are to me by showing up for you every day, by providing every day, by not getting bored by things, by reinvigorating things when they need it, by constantly getting better and working towards a better space, being in a better space. It is a different language, perhaps, but it is a beautiful language. My. Can we do one more oracle card for you, my she-wolf? I want to pull one more oracle of divine guidance from our angel and ancestor deck. We have Earth Guardians. Stay rooted and grounded. Stay rooted and grounded. And what an interesting energy to this she-wolf energy. This sort of this wildness. This is rooted. This is grounded. I suggest, if you are, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and like this video. I would suggest, if you are really in flux with what you're going to do here, you have to make decisions, you want to make that judgment, you want to feel that relief, you want to be able to open yourself up. You're really in this sort of space of, am I going to transition into the next phase of my life with this person, or am I going to transition to the next phase of life with someone else, or am I going to, where is this next transition going to happen for me? How's that going to feel? Where should it be? How should I make these decisions? Spend some time in the outdoors. Spend some time around trees with your bare feet on the ground. Do some grounding work for yourself. That Empress energy also, that feels like, get to the earth, go to the earth, let yourself go to nature. And you may want to acquire a new plant for your home, a plant that you grow, or that has already grown but you tend to it, and that might be important for you in the next coming weeks, just as a symbol of something. It might show you something important. And yeah, open yourself up. Let yourself open up if you feel called to do so. Let yourself open up to the good things the universe has for you. It's not saying yes to this person. It's not setting boundaries. It's not, all it is just not having to be in protection mode, which can close down everything. And it is saying yes in a way that's just opening you up to the things that want to come in for you. And know that you are so capable. You are so capable. You are going to be just fine opening yourself up. You are going to be wonderful. You've got this. I love your energy. My she-wolf. Pop a wolf below. Claim that. Lean into that. There's so many things we could pop. This is I want your comments. Please, please, please comment below. I do not comment on all the comments, but I sure read them. And I want to hear all about this this because it is so we're getting such clear messages and it is so specific. I want to hear. I want to hear. I love you. I am sending you so much love, so much light. I'm going to see your precious self again so soon. Mwah. Mia.